So what I'm going for here is the inner bark, which I have this pink stuff. It's a little bit soft, and then beyond that, underneath that, is the core of the tree, and you don't want to disturb the core of the tree, but you want to get the bark out so you can make your tincture. It's okay for the tree if you're not taking much and you're sticking to the outer bark. Yes, that's why we make a little, it'll have a scar, it'll have a square now in the tree, but it will not hurt the tree. Certainly we are grateful to this beautiful Kwabi tree for giving us some of its bark. And what we use this for, this is an emergency sort of herb for emergency situations with fever, diarrhea, and we give it in a tea form or a tincture form. And I'll be making a tincture out of this beautiful pink bark.
A eso nosotros aquí en Costa Rica le llamamos un monitor de aire. Esto se coloca en la parte superior del edificio que tenemos enfrente, porque al ser curvo y al tener solo un techo corrido, se hace una cámara de aire caliente en la parte convexa del techo. Entonces eso perjudica a las plantas. Entonces, como necesitamos hacer algo, digámosle, económico y funcional, esta es la mejor forma.
Put it really tight. We've always had a greenhouse here, but it was made with just wooden posts before, so we've redone it now with metal because we found it was leaning and ready to fall down after a few years because wood does take a beating here. So now we have nice metal posts, and we're using a screening that is a little more porous than the one we had before. Lets a little more airflow through. And as you can see up here, we have a tunnel where air can come through. It's plastic on the top, and then it will be screened on the sides. So it'll let the air go up and through. We have found that you really need good airflow in a greenhouse. Otherwise, in this climate, everything gets too hot and the plants start to dry up and get sad. So we're really excited about having our new greenhouse. And we raise most of our salad greens in here. We've got arugula and Swiss chard and a lot of our spices, basil and dill and fennel, and all the things that we serve organic in the kitchen are grown here. We grow these we grow in bags because you can get more growing sites. You can get 9 to 12 growing sites in each bag. So we're able to make better use if we hang the bags than if we get a better yield than if we were to lay it all out in beds inside the greenhouse. What we need is to have airflow coming through so the plants are happier. And so we have this delicate screening that does let air in, and the cool air flows in and the warm air always rises. So what you have at the top here is plastic over the very top of this channel, this tunnel, which some people call it a monitor, convection system, and what we have on the sides of it is more screening so that the air can go out through here and out up. The hot air releases and escapes. Well, this was designed by Cuco, Rafael Zuniga, who is our foreman and our farm manager, who's been here longer than we have. He actually helped build Amatierra. After experimenting for a few years, we realized that we needed to have more airflow going through here. The last one didn't have that. So we're excited about having this new one where the air can flow out and we're not so hot inside here. I would wait a little while till I finish this part, and then you can see the inner bark. Okay. So now that I have my Hemokwabi is Indio Desnudo bark, the inner bark. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a jar, and I'm going to be using this absolute alcohol, which is really for extracting all of the good principles, active principles from the herb. And I'm going to be soaking this in alcohol and water for 2 weeks' time, just like I have my turmeric tincture here. We grow a lot of turmeric here on the property, and I just started this tincture yesterday. It has absolute alcohol, ethanol, and water, and the fresh turmeric root. So I'll keep this for 2 weeks. Every day I'll shake it, and then after the full moon I will decant it and I'll strain out all of this, and what's left is the pure properties, all of the components of the herb extracted in alcohol, which is also a very good preservative that I can use in tinctures, and then you take it drop for drop. So this is our hinoquabi bark, our Indio Desnudo, that's going to help with emergency treatment for fevers, diarrhea, problems with also food poisoning, things like that. So we use it sort of as an emergency herb. And you see it's turning red already. This will stay for 2 weeks, and we'll shake it every day, and then we'll decant it, and it will make a beautiful tincture that'll last a very long time.